Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is Carter from CBH Sports, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing the fourth of five conference tournament previews. We're talking about the Big Ten right now. The Big Ten is led was won uh, by the Michigan Wolverines, who finished as one of the top three teams in college basketball after the regular season. They're number three currently in the AP poll, but that might change it with as far as rankings. After the Wolverines defeated Michigan State for the second time this season, sweeping their arch nemesis for the first time since 2014. Um, the Wolverines won the Big Las Vegas event, the Players Era Invitational in Las Vegas back in November. They were the number one team from then on nationally, and for much of the season until losing to Duke on a neutral floor on February 21st. And they are a wagon. Would be interesting to see if that's the matchup we get in the national championship game in just about a month here. The number two seed, a team that has never won an NCAA tournament game, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. They were unbeaten until January 27th, where they lost to Michigan. Number three, the team I brought up earlier that failed to beat Michigan for the first time in the regular season since 2014. They may get a third shot in the Big Ten tournament championship game if both teams make it that far. The Spartans have some good non-conference wins, but a win over Arkansas at home that has aged well. Lost to Duke. Duke is the presumptive number one overall seed right now, so not a bad loss at all. They beat Illinois a few weeks ago to kind of get back in the conversation. They beat Purdue. They're right on that two line right now. When I'm talking about the NCAA tournament, same with Illinois, who really exploded with freshman phenom Keaton Wagler. But they've kind of fallen off. They've lost. They have lost. They have lost 7 games, but Nebraska, Michigan State, and Illinois are all tied for second in the league with 15-5 records. Number other locks outside of the Wolverines, Corn Huskers, Spartans, and Fighting Illini are the Badgers of Wisconsin and the Boilermakers of Purdue. We just saw that matchup yesterday. I'm filming this on Sunday night. On Saturday, we saw Wisconsin outscore Purdue 97-93. The Badgers, they've also beaten Michigan State. And they've beaten Illinois, two of those teams that are tied for second. So, but they've also fallen to Indiana and Ohio State, two teams that are kind of on the bubble right now. For Purdue, the preseason number one team, I believe they were in the AP poll. Lack of athleticism has really hurt them. but they fell at home in non-conference play to an Iowa State team that's going to get a top three seed in the NCAA tournament. So that wasn't bad, but it was just sub, 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 surprising. They went on the road and beat Alabama, beat Texas Tech in a neutral site. They beat Wisconsin uh, earlier in the year. They beat Iowa, UCLA. They beat a Nebraska team that they could face off with um, if they get a win in their first game in the Big Ten tournament. So nothing to worry about making it to the NCAA tournament, but a good run at the Big Ten tournament would maybe ease some worries for Coach Matt Painter. If you're the Boilermakers, who lost 5 games at home for the first time in forever, I can promise you. Should be in the all three of these teams. I feel confident will be in the NCAA tournament. UCLA, Ohio State, and Iowa. UCLA has. I honestly thought that they were us us struggling for much of the season, but no, they went 13-7 in Big Ten play. That long travel really kills the West Coast teams in the Big Ten, mm, um, but no, I looked at their schedule. They've played the teams ranked near the top of the country. Losses to Arizona and Gonzaga on conference play, but they finished the year going 4-1 the last 5. So they should be an NCAA tournament team with point guard Donovan Dent playing, as well as many point guards in the nation. Similar to the Bruins, Ohio State went 4-1 to finish the year as well. They have wins over Wisconsin and Purdue. Those have really anchored them. They finished the year winning against fellow bubble team Indiana. If they're able to, if it's Iowa that they face in the Big Ten tournament's third round, they will be locked in to the NCAA tournament, in my opinion. Then there's Iowa, who, with their first season with Coach Ben McCollum and point guard Benedict Sturts, been very exciting. It's They've won games over UCLA, Nebraska, and Ohio State, but lost to the conference bottom two teams, Maryland and Penn State. So if things go bad for them in the Big Ten tournament, that's why they could fall out. But for me, I've had them on my 9 line for the last month. I've had them on the 9 line or better for the last month and a half. So they'll probably fall to my 10 seed line after losing to Nebraska today. Nebraska's get back opportunity, but I would expect I'd expect Iowa to be there. I think Iowa beats one of Oregon or Maryland, and then they advance to either beat Ohio State, which I think they very well could. There just needs to be more outside of Bennett starts. if they want to do that. Indiana, the only team on the bubble. I think they're on the wrong side of the bubble right now after losing to Ohio State. Um, they've beaten both Purdue um, and they beat Purdue once. They lost the other game to their in, their in-state rival, but they have also beaten UCLA. So that is but a lot will need to happen for make get through your first game against either Northwestern or Penn State, and then beat Purdue a second time this year, and then make it to the conference final, make it to the conference championship game against whether it be Michigan, whether it be Illinois, um, whether it be someone else. Then I think you could be considered. This is the first year the Big Ten tournament is allowing all 18 members to compete in the tournament. The potential bid stealers, the teams that will need to win the entire thing to make it all the way, are Minnesota, Washington, USC, Rutgers, Northwestern, Oregon, Maryland, and Penn State. That was a very long description of the conference. So let's go ahead and get into the conference tournament in the first round. It will be on Tuesday, March 10th. 17 seed Maryland, 16 seed Oregon, 18 seed Penn State against 15 seed Northwestern. Give me the Oregon Ducks over Maryland. Give me Northwestern over Penn State. The Wildcats have competed well with some teams at the top of the Big Ten like Michigan and Purdue. On Wednesday, Iowa will get Oregon, if that's the way that matchup goes. Washington will face USC. Indiana will face Northwestern. That's the way it goes. And Minnesota will get Rutgers. Give me Iowa over Oregon, but that's a potential upset to watch if it's Oregon there. Give me Eric Musselman in USC over Washington. Give me Northwestern over Indiana. That's one to watch. I think Indiana is out if they fall. They're out of the NCAA tournament, and Minnesota moves on if they get past Rutgers. In the third round, Ohio State, who lost to Iowa earlier this year. Wisconsin taking on USC, Purdue taking on Northwestern again, and UCLA battling against Minnesota, a team that beat them just a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago. So, give me Ohio State to advance. Bruce Thornton is playing too well. The leading scorer in Buckeye school history. Give me Wisconsin big over USC. Give me Purdue over Northwestern. And give me UCLA to bounce back against Minnesota or to avenge their loss from earlier in the year. Moving on to the quarterfinals, we get the game in basketball between Michigan and Ohio State. In the quarters, we get 4 seed Illinois against 5 seed Wisconsin. That should be a high scoring game. Nebraska and Purdue. Can the Cornhuskers get Purdue? And Michigan State against UCLA. That would be an interesting game. Give me Michigan big over the Buckeyes. Give me Illinois. They outs the score Wisconsin. I think that will be a very good game for maybe 30 minutes, and then I just think Keaton Walgar. I think they're very similar teams. Both teams have good guards and bigs that can stretch the floor. I just think Illinois' guys overall are a little bit better. Give me Purdue over Nebraska. I just think when Nebraska isn't playing in Lincoln, it's hard for them to beat a team like Purdue. Would not be shocked if it goes the other way though. Michigan State, I think they take care of UCLA the way that Jeremy Fears has played at point guard. That would be a great point guard matchup. Give me Jeremy Fears and the Spartans over Donovan Dent and the Bruins. Semifinals. These will be on CBS. I'm excited. I would be very excited for these Michigan and Illinois in a rematch from a week ago or so, a week and a half ago. Uh, Purdue and Michigan and State. I think we do get a rematch of the battle for the state of Michigan, and I'm going to be honest. I think Michigan wins it again. They are too good right now. This will be the final conference champion determined before the selection committee announces who the seedings and pairings on Selection Sunday, and I think Michigan wins it. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been Carter from CBH Sports, and I'm signing out. Peace.